I'm spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica, wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea. I spent Shavuos in East St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. Those eastern winters, I can't endure them, so every year I pack my gear and come out here to Rosh Hashona I spend in Arizona, and Yom Kipper right down in Mississipper. But in December there's just one place for me. Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah like a baby in his cradle. I'll be playing with my dreidel, spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by the sea. I'm spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica, wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea. I spent Shavuos in East St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. Those eastern winters, I can't endure them, so every year I pack my gear and come out here to Purim. Rosh Hashona I spend in Arizona, and Yom Kipper way down in Mississipper. But in December there's just one place for me. Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah like a baby in his cradle. I'll be playing with my dreidel. Here's to Judas Maccabeus. Boy, if he could only see us spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by the sea. That was I'm Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by Tom Lehrer. And I played that straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. So in just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you liked the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, I'm gonna go over the right hand first because it's easy, easy, easy. Basically, I called it a 4-beat strum as opposed to a backbeat, right? Backbeat, I'm gonna play a D here. Backbeat would be the emphasis instead is on the first down, 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 down. And that's generally it. I'm not really pausing. I'm not doing anything else fancy. It's just, here's the emphasis if you care. And if you don't, just strum. That's the right hand. That was easy enough, right? Okay, left hand. Yeah, there's a lot of chords in this song. There are. And I thought about making a simpler version, but you know, the charm in this is all the funky chords. Tom Lehrer really goes all over the place on his piano on this thing. And so, sorry, I didn't make it easy. But I will show you how I played it, and I'm not that good. So maybe with a little practice, you can play it too. Here we go now. Starting the intro. I'm forming a G here, right? That's the intro. So I've got the D. Now my ring finger is going to stay on the same string. It's just going to slide forward one, right? Just like that. And the other two fingers slide around it for that G. So, and then I'm taking my index finger, barring the 2nd fret, and put my pinky down. And that's a 2nd position D, right? That's what that superscripted little 2 means. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to, by the way. You could just do another D if you want to, but it doesn't feel real hard to be able to do that. And it adds a little bit of the melody there to play it that way. I'm spending... Oh, and then, yeah, this is something else you do with the right hand. So you can stop that, actually. If you're doing this version of the D, you can stop it with your left hand just by dampening it, right? But you can also stop it with your right hand, like that, for drama, so that when you start singing, there's actually no music behind you. The first 2 words are a cappella. I'm spending and then it jumps back in again on that G. Hanukkah in Santa Monica. So here's how I'm doing this. Your index finger is really the stability point here. See, you got your G, and then I'm just laying it flat, and then picking it up again and dropping one more finger for that G6. So G major 7, G6, and my index finger is staying right in the same spot on that third string from the floor, 2nd fret, right there. That whole time. And then I'm back to a G, and now I'm gonna do a B diminished 7. Yeah, there's not really, you don't have to move your fingers very far, but I guess you do have to move all of them to shape that, don't you? I'm barring the 1st fret and dropping 2 more fingers. That's how I'm creating that B diminished 7. And then from there, your middle finger is already in the right place, and your other 2 fingers are really close. They just move a tiny bit over to form that D, right? So, and then that D is, you barely move your fingers, and you got it. D. I spent Shavuos, obviously the easiest chord in this song, in a St. Louis. Now I just had a D here, right? So these fingers are gonna stay pretty much right there. I'm gonna pick them up and then just put 2 down, right? Shavuos and in St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. Now here's how I'm doing that. It's basically a B flat shape, but I'm putting it on the 3rd fret, so it's a C. See, I'm just sliding up 3 frets. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And then from here, it's the 5th fret is where you're going to end up, but I'm going to go down 1 and slide. That's what that little greater than sign means, that little arrow. Those eastern winters, I can't endure 'em. That's all I'm doing, that's that. You have to squeeze kind of hard to still hear it, right, as it slides, but that's it. So I was doing me, sorry, yeah. Me, those eastern winters. That's it. You drop on the 4th fret, slide up to the 5th. Eastern winters, I can't endure 'em. So every year I pack my gear, come out here to pour 'em. So I'm dropping most comfortably for me when I drop a C, just kind of an open C out of nowhere. I kind of put my hand like this, and that puts the index finger on the 3rd fret. So that's why I'm using the C. And sure enough, from there, sorry, I say index finger, it's my ring finger. My index finger then is kind of hovering near the A7. So every year I pack my gear, and because I've got this down, I end up using my middle finger. Most people probably would form the D7 this way, but when I've got an A7 there, my middle finger, again, is just hanging out there atop of the 2nd fret, so I just drop them like that. Come out here to pour 'em, and then kind of squish them around so that you go back to a D. Come out here to pour 'em, Rosh Hashona, and from the D, again, your ring finger is going to slide forward 1 fret. Rosh Hashona, I spend in Arizona. This is, you have to pick them all up, but they aren't moving very far. Spend in Arizona. And now you can either slide your middle finger down, or you can move your index finger over. Probably easier to do it with your index finger, because then you just drop 1 finger for your A. And Yom Kipper, way down in Mississipper. And again, here from the A, right, I'm going to just drop my middle finger to bar it. In Mississipper, but in December, there's just one place for me. Now I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to do like this, from A minor to E7, right? Mid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah like a baby in his cradle. I'll be playing with my dreidel. You notice that it's almost the same as the E7. You just slide down 1, right? Playing with my dreidel, spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica. Now see, before I was going from A, that's why I formed D7 like this. But now I'm going from G, I'm going to use my index finger and have a different shape. See, that's both a D7, but I find it easier to go that way. Santa Monica by the sea. From the G to the C, I'm just moving my middle finger up and down. And by the way, if you're a beginner or this is just already hard for you, then skip the key change. You can either play through the song again in the same key, the verse is in G, or you can just play it through once and end the song. Your choice. The key change is harder. That is to say, the G sharp is harder. It's harder to form. It's not just different. It is harder to do. If you're up for it, go for it. I'm going to show you how. But if you don't want to, then just end it or play it in G again. Honestly, nobody will notice. Nobody will remember that Tom Lehrer originally did a key change. That's why I did it. I did it because his original went up a key. So, but, all right, now, so here's what it ends. Spending Hanukkah, Santa Monica by the sea. And then here we go. You notice I'm going from this G sharp, I'm just sliding down a fret and back up a fret, because that's easier than switching to this. Right? That's a big move. I don't have to do that. I can just slide down one fret and back up one fret. Now here's the hardest part of the song. Right here. Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica. That's it. Right there. So I got that G sharp. And then I'm going to... That's how I'm doing it. I'm barring the first fret. You don't really need to bar it. All I need is the fourth string from the floor. But I'm barring it. And with my ring finger, I've got the three fingers, the three strings closest to the floor for that G sharp major seventh. And then I have to arch that ring finger and drop my pinky. And this is the chord you're forming, right? It's these two, but these four. But I find it easier to do it with a bar. That's why I'm doing it. So, Hanukkah in Santa Monica. Those are the hardest chords and the hardest transition. You can manage that, you can do the whole song. Wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea. So you're back up. From here, again, you've already got your index finger barring, so you slide it up two more. Drop the rest of the G sharp. Wearing sandals, lighting candles. Again, it's your index finger, right? Got that bar. One fret down and switch these fingers, and you've got your C diminished seventh. And now, your middle finger at least is in the right place, and your ring finger is almost, you're just going to move it over one string. And that's your E flat. See, I spent Shavuos, just bar the first fret, that's it. In East St. Louis. This is an awkward chord, but it's not really hard. It's basically like a G, except, you're starting on the first fret, and you're stretching it. That's what that G diminished is. So, in East St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. So I did it the same way, right? Except now I'm starting on the fourth fret. And now the same thing. I'm just going to bar, but I'm going from the fifth to the sixth now. Those eastern winters I can't endure 'em. So every year... Now, because I'm all the way up here, I'm using this form of a G sharp. Fourth fret, B flat shape. You could do it this way, but I'm doing it this way because I was right there. Every year now your middle finger is the one that's going to slide all the way down to the second fret. Pack my gear and come out here. Now, notice again. My middle finger is hanging out there closest, so I'm using that to form my D7. My D sharp 7, excuse me. Come on here till Purim. So D7 and then, or D sharp 7, and then D sharp, which is also E flat. Rosh Hashona, I spent in Arizona. Sorry, nothing really in common there for that F7. You just have to jump all the way down. So from I spent in Arizona. And Yom Kipper, from there at least, from that B flat 7, you've got your middle finger in the right place. You're just going to drop the rest around it. And Yom Kipper, I spent in Mississipper. again here, right? See, I got this already, so my ring finger just drops now. Oh, I just realized that's 3 different ways I'm forming this. So I've done it this way, now I'm doing it this way. You can do it all 3 of those, right? Depending on what you got. So with this B flat, I'm going to use my ring finger. I'm going to flatten it out, and then back to that E flat. D sharp, E flat, whichever. But in December, there's just one place for me. Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah. Yeah, I don't have any hints. You're just picking them up. Sorry. Like a baby in his cradle, I'll be playing with my dreidel. So from here, at least, leave your index finger barring, right? And pick up the others around it. Here's to Judas Maccabeus. Boy, if he could only see us spending Hanukkah Santa Monica. Here I am now using my strongest finger on that D sharp 7. Monica by the sea. And again, I'm using this C sharp because it is proximate. It is close. Okay, I'm going to stop talking at you. I'm going to play now a slow motion close-up play-along, close-up on my chord-changing hand, all the way through the song because there's very little repetition. From the intro to the end. Slow motion, follow along with all those chord transitions if you so desire. Here goes. 5, 6, 7, and... I'm spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica, wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea. I spent Shavuos in East St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. Those eastern winters, I can't endure 'em. So every year I pack my gear and come out here to Purim, Rosh Hashona I spend in Arizona, and Yom Kipper way down in Mississipper. But in December there's just one place for me. Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah. Like a baby in his cradle, I'll be playing with my dreidel. Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by the sea. I'm spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica, wearing sandals, lighting candles by the sea. I spent Shavuos in East St. Louis, a charming spot, but clearly not the spot for me. Those eastern winters, I can't endure 'em. So every year I pack my gear and come out here to Purim, Rosh Hashona I spend in Arizona, and Yom Kipper way down in Mississipper. But in December there's just one place for me. Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah. Like a baby in his cradle, I'll be playing with my dreidel. Here's to Judas Maccabeus. Boy, if he could only see us spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica by the sea. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.